Hey, are you guys ready? Are you super pumped up to create traffic and convert customers? Well, you're in the right spot because this is what we're going to do in this section. We are going to go through all of maybe not all, but we're going to go through a relatively exhaustive list of all the things here in the organic path. So first I should probably get my big old noggin out of the way. I'm going to put it over here in the corner. Okay. And I'm going to show you where we're at. So we are in step 3.1 to be exact, creating organic traffic. And these are the ways to execute it. All right, now, there could probably be more. I know there's more. It's a lot. Let me shrink it up here and show you what's shaking. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. Okay. There are things that we could add to this. I just want you to know that there are things, okay? But on some level, there's a sense of overwhelm, okay? So what we want to do is not talk about it necessarily on such a granular level, because what we've learned is this sense of overwhelm is super common with all these things, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off. We're going to talk about, let's call it the 2,000 foot view, right? Not 10, not 5, not 1 foot view, the 2,000 foot view. I don't know why, I'm just making that up, but here's what we're going to do. So we're going to talk about organic traffic, and we're going to go first to your name being branded, okay? In the other videos, make sure that you watch them as well. We talk in more detail about Facebook, all this stuff, right? I personally love the meetup space. That's just me, but hey, you're going to have yours, right? And then there's podcasting, there's all sorts of other things, right? But first off, what we're going to do is we're going to get started, and we're going to jump into your name being branded. It's your website, and some things that we like to see, some opinions, some tips, some tricks, and whatever, and we're going to dive right in right now. So here we go. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So again, what's going on here, all right? So this is one of a few spots, and it's intentional to talk about traffic and how this all works, right? So I've alluded to this before a smidge, okay? I'm going to go back to it because it's so important. But before I do that, what I want to do is I want to talk about blogs, okay? So how many of you have a blog, or how many of you have heard of a blog, or how many of you think that that's what you should do, or you've been told to do, okay? I'm not going to say anyone's wrong, because I just don't believe that. There's not a cold set rule for anyone, with possibly one exception here, is that it fits you, right? It doesn't matter what the tip is, what the tactic is. It might be the sickest new move on the planet that is like the savior of all business strategy things. But if it's something you don't enjoy doing, it's going to be a flash in the pan, you guys. It's just not going to last. So what we encourage, and I hope that you see this, is that's why we reverse engineer who you are, reverse engineer who your favorite customer is. And that's why we're going through all of these. So hopefully you think about and understand which one of these fits you. Yes, there's tactics and tricks inside of each one of them. Sorry, I'm having a hard time talking. That can help make them better once they do fit you. But the idea here is that there's so many opportunities to figure out what's going to fit. Why focus on something that doesn't fit? So here we go. On the blog side, do you like to write? Do you like to record yourself? Do you like to be on camera? What do you like to do? If you're the type of person that likes to write, blogging can be super powerful. There's incredible amounts of resources out there to build your business on blogging alone, let alone in the real estate industry. So here's one thing that I've seen be effective, or maybe a few things, because I tend to ramble a little bit, is that what are we doing here? Let's really, really think about what we're doing in a blog. Are we, for you, right? You're a real estate agent in whatever neighborhood or whatever town, whatever niche. Your name is Jane Doe. And what are you trying to do? You're trying to align yourself with your favorite customers so you can spend the most amount of time at work, right, with people that you enjoy to be around. It's a balance of that and making as much money as you can that fits you and your particular family life or lack of, or whatever your situation is, right? Maybe you're doing it part-time or whatever. But what it needs to do, in our opinion, and it's an opinion based on results, is that your blog needs to align with whoever that is and whoever you are, right? So communicating valuable, we'll call them assets, if you will, within your content, and have themes, right? So like one example could be, this could be a blog. Let me make this, change the screen a smidge here. So we could have a blog series as an example, and I'm thinking about this on the cuff, you guys, is that organic traffic could be a blog series for us. So you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 organic digital traffic blogs in a series as an example, right? So what would it be for you? Does that make sense? So you have content that is serving you, because I'm trying to serve you. I'm trying to help you build your business into something that it's not quite yet, right? Whatever it is. Maybe the only takeaway you get from this is just to have conviction in who you are and align yourself with your ideal customer. And if that's the only thing that any of you, not one person, gets out of this, it's a huge win, right? But the idea is that I'm trying to connect with you and add value to your life, and that's what you're trying to do with your blog, okay? I'm choosing this particular platform, which I highly encourage, by the way. And if you want to reach out and ask about how this may be able to fit in your life, great, because I love this mind map thing and how it can work and how it's easy, at least for my brain, to communicate, and I hope it connects with you on your end as well. The idea here is that this is kind of a blog a little bit, right? In terms of what the content is, right? So one thing that's trending, and it's down here a bit, which is the YouTube thing, is the vlog, VLOG, video blog. So what we've seen a lot of people do is have a video and a written version. So they're kind of the same thing a little bit, you know what I mean? If that's up your jam, cool. But right now we're focusing on the blog side. So, here's what I think is that I think that a lot of folks think that a blog isn't transactional, it's only information. And there's situations where that's the case, right? So it's more Wikipedia-like, if you will. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it's more Wikipedia-like, where there's no calls to action and so on and so forth. But it doesn't have to be that way, because it can be very informative and very helpful and very serving, while also making it crystal clear that if people fit that they know that you want to work with them, okay? So the idea here is that your website, Brandon, and your name, we're going to talk about this in just a second, which is we have specific pages about specific content for a specific customer. But here we have a blog, call it Internet 2.0, or a whole bunch of other things that people have coined it. But the point here is that it doesn't have to just be information with zero calls to action. It can have calls to action and let people know that you want to work with them, instead of just, oh, here's a staging tip, with no information about if you want to actually work with people who want staging tips. You follow? I hope that really sinks in, because it doesn't have to just be information, and no reciprocation of, hey, please reach out to me, right? Because ultimately, that's the whole point of all of it, is to have the people that you're trying to help, those people, get in contact with you. So that's one side. Now, on the other side, both of these are really exciting, and it's hard for me to not yell in my excitement, to be honest with you. But on the other side here, check this out. So let's say I've used the first-time home buyer trick a lot here, so I'm going to stick with it. And let's just say that I've said this one before. I'm going to try to repeat what I said before so that it sinks in. But you want to target first-time home buyers, okay? And you've done an effective job. Maybe you put something online or what have you, and let's say you put something on Facebook, a Facebook Live or an article or some post that was compelling about first-time home buyers, some valuable piece of information about this demographic, this person, this favorite customer that you want to deal with. But then when they click on it, they are sent to a place that doesn't talk about what you were just talking about. Do you see the problem? Okay. And not only that, when they got there, that it didn't talk about anything about how you want to work with them. How interesting is that, right? So let's just take this let's really dig into this, okay? So we have your Facebook post. You've put it on there. You've poured your heart into making it so that somebody sees it and they're like, oh my gosh, this is what I needed to try to help make this all make sense. I want to connect with this agent. They're the one for me, okay? They click on the thing. You're going to put a link in it, I hope. And what you've done is you put a link in it to just a bland, we'll call it a vanilla version of what your website could be, okay? It doesn't have anything to do with first-time home buying. It's literally just type in your address to search for homes instead of, oh my gosh, my name is Jane Doe. I would love to work with you if you're in the first-time home scenario. Have you seen, I bet you saw one of these, blah, 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 right? It's very forward about that you want to work with these folks. They clicked on your post. They didn't go to just some vanilla page. They went to a very, very specific page. So what have we talked about? We've talked about blogs where we talk about specific things. Okay. They don't have to just be boring old blogs that don't have call to actions. But then over here on the blog thing, we have calls to actions. This is all call to action. So let's think about this for a second. So a blog, just for numbers' sake, because I don't know if you guys have heard of the 80-20 rule, we'll say that this is 80% info, 20% call to action, just to throw stuff out there. I'm not saying that it would be like this. I'm just throwing that out there. Where this is 20% information, 80% call to action, okay? The 20% of information that's in there, just again as an example, is incredibly valuable. Maybe it's a downloadable PDF where they can learn a whole bunch of loan programs or something for first-time home buyers. Or maybe it's some amazing tool that you've created that they download. Or maybe it's a consultation call with you, like what we do that's free and said, interview me, right? One of the things that we've created, we created it a really long time ago for a completely different reason, and we call it the real estate, what do we call it? The Real Estate Professional Interview Guide, REPIG. And what we do is we encourage agents to give it away, and we'll reach out to us and we'll share this thing with you. And basically what it is a step-by-step guide on how to interview a real estate agent, okay? So let's say you put that on Facebook and have this awesome thing about, I love working with first-time home buyers. These are the programs. These are some success stories. Here's a blah, 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 right? Then you say, you know what? Here's a downloadable guide on how to interview your real estate agent to see if they're a great fit for you if you're a first-time home buyer, okay? And then I hope you're following me on this. They download your guide and then they have it and you say, you know what? Use it on me right now. Download this thing and you can schedule a call right now with me. Here's my phone number. Here's my calendar, whatever choice that you'd like to make. And you can interview me for this. Do you think that that would be more helpful than just sending them to janedoe.com where it just lets you search for homes? Because you're trying to align with people, right? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to align with people we want to work with. And we want to make them a customer at as high a rate as possible, assuming that they are someone we align with. So serve them, give them stuff. Another thing on here that just popped in my head, I'm just rambling here. Again, I'm sorry about that, but encourage Voxer. Share your Voxer information. If you haven't learned about Voxer yet, I encourage you to. We love it. People that work with us, we encourage Voxer. And ask a question. Just say, hey guys, put a Facebook post that says, here's a bunch of stuff about first-time home buying. Here's my Voxer information. They click on it, and maybe they're on a desktop. It'll bring them to a landing page, a specific page that has it again, and so on and so forth. And they can connect and ask you any question. They don't even have to be a customer. And they can engage with you and ask you questions about being a first-time home buyer with loans or with this or credit scores or whatever it is, right? Just figure out ways that you connect. Because if you imagine you're over here and you made a Facebook post, now they go to this place and they're trying to close this loop, right? If you're the customer. But if they get there and they can't close the loop about engaging with you, then it's just kind of a little bit of a waste. But if you make it so that you make this post, they come here to your website, and then all of a sudden they have this thing where they can close the loop and they have the opportunity to engage with you if they want. How amazing is that for them? They're searching for you. Why would they click, right? So Give them the opportunity to do what they're trying to do is basically the whole point. But if you don't have specific sales funnels set up so that that loop can be closed easily, it's going to have a massive impact on how many people that you attract that you don't convert. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please click down below. You can reach out. You can Voxer us, and we'll do our best to help you understand what we have going on. Other than that, I'm going to go to the next video because I've been talking for way too long about this one. And I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.